History, unfortunately, leaves some people oppressed and some people oppressors. And there are three ways that individuals who are oppressed can deal with their oppression. One of them is to rise up against their oppressors with physical violence and corroding hatred. Another way is to acquiesce and to give in, to resign yourself to the oppression. That is another way. That is through organized mass nonviolent resistance based on the principle of love.
On November 17, 1957, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered a sermon at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church about loving your enemies.
How do you go about loving your enemies? I think the first thing is this. In order to love your enemies, you must begin by analyzing self. And I am sure that seems strange to you, that I start out telling you this morning that you love your enemies by beginning to look at self. It seems to me that this is the first and foremost way to come to an adequate discovery of the how to this situation.
Now, I am aware of the fact that some people will not like you because of something you have done to them, but they just won't like you. I'm quite aware of that.
Some people aren't going to like the way you walk. Some people aren't going to like the way you talk.
Some people aren't going to like you because other people like you, and because you're popular, and because you're well liked, they aren't going to like you. Some people aren't going to like you because your hair is a little shorter than theirs, or your hair is a little longer than theirs. Some people aren't going to like you because your skin is a little brighter than theirs, and others aren't going to like you because your skin is a little darker than theirs. So that some people aren't going to like you. They're going to dislike you, not because of something you've done to them.
Love is creative, understanding goodwill for all men. It is the refusal to defeat in any individual. When you rise to the level of love, of its great beauty and power, you seek only to defeat evil systems.
Individuals who happen to be caught up in that system you love, but you seek to defeat the system.
That hate for hate only intensifies the existence of hate and evil in the universe. If I hit you and you hit me and I hit you back and you hit me back and go on, you see, that goes on ad infinitum. It just never ends. Somewhere somebody must have a little sense, and that's the strong person. The strong person is the person who can cut off the chain of hate.
The chain of evil, and that is the tragedy of hate, that it doesn't cut it off. It only intensifies the existence of hate and evil in the universe.
You just begin hating somebody and you will begin to do irrational things. You can't see straight when you hate. You can't walk straight when you hate. You can't stand upright. Your vision is distorted. There is nothing more tragic than to see an individual whose heart is filled with hate.
Now there is a final reason I think Jesus says, love your enemies. It is this, that love has within it a redemptive power. There is a power that eventually transforms individuals. That's why Jesus says, love your enemies.
Because if you hate your enemies, you have no way to redeem and to transform your enemies. But if you love your enemies, you will discover that at the very root of the love, the power of redemption.
You just keep loving them and keep loving them, even though they are mistreating you.
Here's the person who is a neighbor, and this person is doing something wrong to you, and all of that. Just being friendly to that person.
Keep loving them. Don't do anything to embarrass them, just keep loving them. And they can't stand it too long.
They react in many ways in the beginning. They react with bitterness because they're mad because you love them like that. They react with guilt feelings, and sometimes they'll hate you a little more at the transition period, but just keep loving them.